My name is Miss Peterson, and I'm the PE teacher at Weaver Elementary. I also used to be the head volleyball coach at Tartan High School. So I'm excited to bring you the part 2 in the volleyball series, and this one is going to be on overhead passing, also known as setting. So in our state standards, we are looking at trying to volley with the ball above our head and keep it going in practice tests. So we're going to work on that today. Now, there's 3 keywords that I use when I'm teaching setting, and those are quick draw, window, and freeze. So up on the board, I drew all 3 of those keywords, and we're going to talk a little bit about what they each mean. So with quick draw, it's written in purple. When you are setting or using an overhead pass, much like what we talked about with passing, our first thing is to get our feet to the ball first. So you want to get your feet to the ball first. And then quick draw just means getting your hands up and ready. Now, how we do that? It's essentially, if you make a triangle with your thumbs and your index fingers, you're going to bring that, that's a natural place where we run, from about your belly button level up to your eyebrows. Okay? Now that triangle will stay with your hands, but we also, I call it a triangle in a triangle. You will also make a triangle going from your elbows across your shoulders up to your fingertips as well. Okay, so you want your elbows pointing away from each other, kind of like 2 greater than signs that are open to each other. Okay, so quick draw is first. You're getting your hands here. Window is the second word, and in the window we want to be looking through our eyes, through that window we make with our triangle fingers. Okay, so that the ball's going to be set from our forehead, not from our chin. A lot of times we get called for a lift if we bring it down here, so we want to keep it on our forehead. If we missed and the ball came through, or the balloon, it should knock us right in the forehead. Okay? So that's quick draw and window. Then freeze is just like a chain reaction that goes from your toes all the way up to your fingertips, and then the ball leaves your hands. So we want to put all 3 of those together. Now, where do we contact the ball? We contact it on what's called our finger pads. So if you look at your fingers and you put them together like this, the very last digit is called your finger pad, and that's the part we want to touch the volleyball. We don't want it to touch our palms, okay? We want it to touch our finger pads. So it's important that we have our hands in the right position when we do this, okay? So make a triangle with your fingers. Do this part with me. Now I want you to pull it about 1 inch apart, and I want you to bring your thumbs up so that they touch your eyebrow, okay? Now, from here, bring it away from your face about 1 inch. This is where we want our hands. Now pay attention to your fingers. Your fingers should be shaped to fit a ball. A ball isn't flat, a ball is round. So we want our hands to make that roundish shape, okay? So, let's do this part here. Start with our hands here. We're going to pretend you just ran to the ball. Quick draw. Now, with your lower body, you want your feet above shoulder width apart. Okay, and you want your knees bent, much like we talked about with passing. So, let's do that together. Quick draw. Okay, let's do it again. Hands are running, we're here. Quick draw. Okay, so now we're at what I call loaded. Now we're ready so that we can extend to get that ball to go a long distance if we need it to. Okay, so this time we're going to do quick draw and window. So, quick draw, window, look through your triangle with your hands. Okay, but don't bring your head up. Window's here. Now, freeze, we're going to make our elbows go straight, and we're going to get a double high five out to where we're sending the ball. Okay, double high five. All right, let's do that part together. Quick draw, window, freeze. And it's like a chain reaction from our toes all the way up to our fingertips is how we freeze. Let's do it again. Quick draw, window, freeze. Let's do it 2 more times. Quick draw, window, freeze. 1 more time. Quick draw, window, freeze. Okay? And again, it's going to come off the 10 finger pads. So to practice this, we're going to start with a balloon. And if you're doing this inside, this is the one option I would say to stay with this option when you're practicing setting. Now, you might know if you're a Carver friend, you may have seen like Alex Lyle, Miss Lyle's daughter, play volleyball before. She's playing in college right now at NDSU. And we've had lots of friends, as you saw in the passing lesson, from both North High and from Tartan High School that have gone on to play. Volleyball is a sport you can play for your whole life. You can play it at any level. Sometimes it's guys and girls together. Sometimes it's just all girls. And in your last lesson, you saw Minnesota started boys volleyball. So it's something that all different people can play at different ages. And it is so much fun. So it's a really great way to get some good activity. Now, we also have a famous setter. I have her up on the wall over here. And her mom was a Tartan grad. Her name was Samantha Selber Swenson. And she played at the University of Minnesota. And this year, we are having professional volleyball in Minnesota, or not in Minnesota. It's actually being played in Texas this year. And Samantha is one of the setters. So that's super exciting. And she's trained with the national team. So pretty fun ties to volleyball at 622. All right, so now let's go ahead and start practicing. I'm going to suggest you start with a balloon. But again, you have to use what you have at home. So pick something that you use that's soft and available that will help you just to learn the mechanics of setting. We're going to do this first. I'm going to have you toss, and I'm going to have you catch it in your quick draw. Okay? Now, why I like a balloon is you have lots of time to get there. All right? So, we're going to toss it, catch, and then we're going to practice our freeze. Freeze. Now, when you set, it can't happen that slow. It's going to happen faster. But to practice, we're starting out slow. Just catch it. Toss it. Quick draw. Window. My knees should be bent, and my hands should be up by my forehead. And freeze. Okay? We're just going to do that 3 times, and then we'll work on putting it together. Toss. Catch it in my window. There's my quick draw. Window. Freeze. Double high five. Now, if you have a partner, at this point, you can start doing it, just catch it, and then freeze to your partner, and do that 20 times. If you do not have a partner, you can do this to yourself, and just do it 20 times to yourself. 1, get to the ball. 2, 3, and do it 20 times to yourself. If you don't have a partner, that's fine too. But that teaches you the mechanics of doing setting. Now, if you do have a partner, try 20 times back and forth with a balloon. If you can go outside, or if you have a super large space in a garage, that might work too, you could graduate to a beach ball. A beach ball moves faster, like we talked about with passing, but it's a great way to kind of make yourself have to react faster. So if you're in a younger grade, like kindergarten or first grade, just stick with the balloon. Here at Weaver, we always start with the balloon. In primary grades, if you can do 20 in a row with a balloon with setting, then we move to a beach ball because it moves a little faster. And then by the time kids get to 3rd grade, they can do 20 in a row with a beach ball, then we move to an oversized volleyball trainer. So each one kind of helps us develop our reaction time as our reaction time gets better as we get older. But the process is the same either way. We still use the same motion, quick draw, window, freeze. So if you're graduating to a beach ball, now you can start trying just some baby sets first. Keep them going together. And then, if you have a partner, you can, or if you don't have a partner, you can just do like 3 and then push a big one. 3, whoops. If you gets out of control, grab it again, start again. 1, 2, 3, and freeze. Okay? So you can try doing some of those. If you do have a partner, then at this point, once you've done it with a balloon and a beach ball, I would start to play Keep It Up. Now, if you don't have a beach ball, stick with the balloon. That's totally fine. Playing Keep It Up, I'm going to have you start with setting only, and I'm going to see if you can get it with you and your partner and get to 20 times in a row. If you can, then I want you to go back to our previous skill, which is passing, and pass 20 in a row. Okay, this one we'll practice in the previous lesson, and do 20 in a row with that. And then, if you can make it to level 3, if you can do 20 of each, then I want you to use both skills. So if the ball comes low, then I want you to pass it. And if the ball comes high, then I want you to set it. But I want you to try keeping it going, every other person, because in volleyball we can't hit it 2 times in a row, and keep it going for 20 times if you can. And if you can get it 20 times in a row, I want you to tell me on your exit ticket that I was able to do it with a partner 20 times in a row, okay? So, have fun with setting. Remember, quick drop, window, freeze.